Hey everyone, it's Information Technology Stocks back with another video. Today we're diving deep into the wild world of politics because, believe it or not, what happens in Washington, D.C. directly impacts your wallet. We're talking about Donald Trump's 4 biggest promises and how they could shake up the stock market, crypto, and even the price of gas. We're going to break down each promise, analyze its potential impact, and I'm going to give you my honest take on what it all means for you as an investor. From crypto tax cuts that could make you thousands to tariffs that could change the way we buy everything, this video is packed with insights you won't want to miss. So grab your coffee, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's get started. Alright, let's talk crypto. Trump has dropped this bombshell proposal to completely eliminate capital gains taxes on cryptocurrencies issued by US-based companies. Now I know what you're thinking. Graham, is this even real? Yes, it's a real proposal and it has the potential to be absolutely massive for the crypto space. Imagine this, you buy 10,000 units of a new US-based cryptocurrency called, let's say, Dollar Sparklet, for $10,000. A year later, Dollar Sparklet goes to the moon, and your investment is now worth $100,000. Under current tax law, you'd be looking at a hefty capital gains tax bill on that $90,000 profit. But with Trump's proposal, you'd pay absolutely nothing in taxes. Zero, zilch, nada. This is huge for several reasons. First, it would make US-based cryptocurrencies incredibly attractive to investors. Why invest in a foreign token and deal with the tax headaches when you can invest in a US token and keep all of your profits? This could lead to a massive influx of capital into the US crypto market, potentially driving up the price of these tokens significantly. Second, it would incentivize more crypto companies to set up shop in the US. We're talking about jobs, innovation, and the US potentially becoming the global leader in the crypto space. Think Silicon Valley, but for crypto. Of course, this is all contingent on Trump getting re-elected and this proposal actually becoming law. There's going to be a lot of pushback from those who think this is just a giveaway to the wealthy, and it's unclear if this proposal has enough support in Congress to pass. But if it does become law, this could be the catalyst that sends the crypto market to new all-time highs. Now, let's move on to something that might seem a little less exciting than crypto, but trust me, it's just as important for your portfolio: tariffs. Trump has been a big proponent of tariffs, particularly on goods imported from China. He's slapped tariffs as high as 60% on some Chinese goods, and he's even threatened to impose tariffs on goods from other countries. The goal of these tariffs is to protect American jobs and businesses by making foreign goods more expensive. The idea is that if a Chinese-made TV is suddenly more expensive than an American-made TV, consumers will be more likely to buy the American-made one, supporting American jobs in the process. Sounds good in theory, right? But in reality, it's a lot more complicated. Tariffs often lead to higher prices for consumers, which can hurt demand and slow economic growth. They can also spark retaliation from other countries, leading to trade wars that hurt everyone involved, and that's exactly what we've seen happen. China has retaliated with its own tariffs on US goods, and businesses and consumers on both sides of the Pacific are feeling the pain. Farmers are struggling to sell their crops, manufacturers are seeing their costs rise, and consumers are paying more for everyday goods. The big question is whether these tariffs will ultimately achieve their goal of bringing back manufacturing jobs to the US. Some companies have moved their operations back to the US in response to the tariffs, but others have simply moved their operations to other countries with lower labor costs, like Vietnam or Bangladesh. The jury is still out on whether Trump's tariffs will ultimately be a net positive or negative for the US economy. But one thing is for sure, they're creating a lot of uncertainty and volatility in the markets, and that's something investors need to be aware of. Okay, let's talk about some of Trump's other big promises, starting with his Day One agenda. Trump has pledged to take swift action on a number of issues, including immigration, energy, and criminal justice reform. Some of these promises, like his pledge to drill, and unleash American energy production, have been met with cheers from certain sectors of the economy. But others, like his hardline stance on immigration and his promise to issue pardons to controversial figures, have been met with concern and even outrage from others. Let's start with immigration. Trump has made it clear that he wants to reduce both legal and illegal immigration to the US. He's implemented a number of policies aimed at achieving this goal, including building a wall on the US-Mexico border, separating families at the border, and limiting asylum claims. These policies have been highly controversial, with critics arguing that they are cruel, inhumane, and bad for the economy. They point out that immigrants play a vital role in the U.S. economy, filling jobs in key industries like agriculture, construction, and healthcare. They also argue that Trump's policies are creating a climate of fear and uncertainty among immigrant communities, making it harder for them to live and work in the U.S. On the other side of the issue, supporters of Trump's immigration policies argue that they are necessary to protect American jobs and national security. They argue that illegal immigration is a drain on the economy, costing taxpayers billions of dollars each year in social services and lost tax revenue. They also argue that Trump's policies are simply enforcing existing laws and that he is fulfilling his campaign promises to secure the border and put America first. The debate over immigration is complex and emotionally charged, and it's unlikely to be resolved anytime soon. But one thing is for sure, Trump's policies are having a real impact on the lives of millions of people both in the US and abroad. Now let's talk about energy. Trump has promised to make the US energy independent by unleashing American oil and gas production. He's rolled back regulations on drilling, approved controversial pipelines, and opened up new areas to exploration, including the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. These moves have been praised by the oil and gas industry, which has seen its profits soar under the Trump administration. But they've also been met with fierce opposition from environmental groups and many Democrats, who argue that they will lead to more climate change and harm fragile ecosystems. The Trump administration has argued that its energy policies are necessary to create jobs, boost the economy, and reduce America's reliance on foreign oil. They've also argued that the U.S. can produce oil and gas more cleanly than other countries, and that increasing domestic production will actually help to reduce global emissions. However, critics argue that the Trump administration is exaggerating the economic benefits of its energy policies and downplaying the environmental risks. They point out that the renewable energy sector is growing rapidly and creating jobs, and that investing in clean energy is a smarter long-term strategy than doubling down on fossil fuels. The debate over energy policy is likely to continue to be a contentious one, as it pits economic interests against environmental concerns. But one thing is for sure, Trump's policies are having a significant impact on the energy industry, and they're likely to have long-lasting consequences for the environment. So there you have it. Those are just a few of Trump's biggest promises and how they could impact the economy, the markets, and your portfolio. As you can see, there's a lot of uncertainty and volatility surrounding these promises, and it's impossible to say for sure how they'll all play out. But here's the thing about investing. You don't need to have all the answers. In fact, trying to predict the future is often a fool's errand. What you need to do is focus on what you can control. And that's your own investment strategy. That means having a diversified portfolio that can weather market storms, investing for the long term, and not letting your emotions get the best of you when the market inevitably goes through periods of volatility. It also means staying informed about what's happening in the world and how it might impact your investments. That's why I make these videos, to help you cut through the noise and make sense of the complex world of finance. I don't have all the answers, but I'm committed to providing you with the information and analysis you need to make informed investment decisions. So what do you guys think? Are you bullish or bearish on Trump's promises? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're there, tell me what other topics you'd like me to cover in future videos. And this video is AI generated and created purely for informational purposes, and the best research has been done. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And as always, thanks for watching.